everybody, look where we are. Gorton Cemetery. You know, this is the sign. These gates, this cemetery opened in 1900 and I think it was originally designed to house something like 18,000 graves. Do not drive on the grass. Now listen, I'm going to start with a bit of information. I would much rather try and find these things. But look at this. Did you know? So Fufu Lamar is in here at grave 435. We've got a bench to Stan Ernest Jones. He lost his life in the war. We've got the Belleview Memorial, which I think is around here. Many Mancunians of a certain age, the mention of Belleview will bring back a host of memories, from its zoo to its fun fair, greyhound racing and speedway music. And a very, very famous one, a monkey's in here, everyone. David Jones, plot 874. We need to try and find David Jones. Pauline Reed, she's in here. Pauline Reed was one of the reasons why I came here, because I wanted to see if we could see Pauline's grave. I thought it was Leslie Ann. I said to my mum, I said, oh, it's Leslie Ann Downing. She said, no, Sarah, that grave's not on show anymore, because people were doing things I don't know. Anyway, let's just take a minute to listen to the sounds of the graveyard. I've absolutely no idea why we've got frigging seagulls, but we have. I used to live in Gorton, everybody, West Gorton to be specific, for many years. And then I spent some time living in Reddish, and then I spent some time living in Denton. So this area to me is like where I lived for many years. And when I got out of the car, I had this strange, I don't know if it's the air of Manchester or whatever it is, but it just all felt very familiar. I can't tell you like what I mean. Look at that bird. In loving memory of Lizzie, beloved wife of James Ogden, who died January the 4th, 1908, aged 54. Also James, beloved husband of the above. He died April 4th, 1917. Edith's in there, and George Bryan. This one says, the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. And this is the grave of Richard, the beloved husband of Sarah Ogden. Oh, it's the same family, I think. He died January 10th, 1907, aged 32. That might be an incident where Sarah has moved on with her other husband. She'll be in a different grave. There's no mention of her on here. I want to make my way over here, everybody. This cross of sacrifice is one in design and intention with those which have been set up in France and Belgium and other places throughout the world where our dead of the Great War are laid to rest. Name liveth. You know what fascinates me, everybody, about graveyards? And I've said it in other videos, but I really like the old jars and markers that you see that go in. Let's have a look at some of the graves. Private C. Waterton, Labour Corps, 13th of March 1918, age 42. On these panels are recorded the names of those members of His Majesty's forces who gave their lives for their country in the Great War, and whose graves in this cemetery are not marked by separate headstones. Thankfully, they couldn't fill all of the markers, everybody, which is a good thing. But this is what I'm talking about with these. But these could be here for years, everybody, literally years. I think them ones at the back probably have been. Here we have Edward, the beloved husband of Isabelle Nuttall, who died January the 10th, 1930, aged 57. Also Isabelle, she went in 15 years later, aged 71. I wanted to make my way down this end because there's some big monuments down here, everybody. Oh, I need to tell you what happened this morning, and I'm going to show you. So I was driving down the 628. Maybe a bit poorly this actually. And I think I might have killed a bird. Basically what happened was... Oh, look at this, everybody. This plaque commemorates John Reddit VC, that's Victoria Cross, that, everybody. He died on the 9th of June 1964. Right, everyone, I've just got to tell you about Private Reddit. So the VC, the Victoria Cross, is only awarded to people with extreme acts of bravery. So like everybody that goes to war is extremely brave, but these are seen as like, not crazy, but you know, like really brave things to do. So basically what he did, he was under fire and there was him and his, my glasses are a bit wonky. There was him and his commanding officer. Anyway, you know what? I'll just tell you in the words. On the 25th of February 1917 at Al-Kayet Al-Gambahayag Bend, Mesopotamia, I don't know what that is, we'll find out what that is. Private Reddit advanced 5 times along the watercourse in the face of heavy machine gun fire at very close range. Being the sole survivor on each occasion, these advances drove the enemy back, and about 300 yards of watercourse was made good in an hour. I don't know what that means, but it obviously must mean something significant. After his officer was killed, Private Reddit, on his own initiative, made several more advances. On reaching the enemy barricade, he was forced to retire but gave ground slowly, continuing to throw bombs. When support reached him, he held a forward bend by bombing until the position was consolidated. He was later achieved the rank of Sergeant Reddit and was awarded the Bronze Medal of Military Valour in Italy. Age 67, he is buried in Section Z 223. Probably won't see his grave then, just because we don't tend to feature new graves on this channel, but you never know. I think for the purpose of today, we're going to focus on this area over here, everybody. You can see the big white grave. We'll go over there and over here, and that grave looks beautiful there. Look at that. Let's go over. Yeah, so basically I was driving down the road and there was a BMW behind me, quite close behind me. Not like too close, but close enough. Just, you know, going across as normal. There was no problem. And then this bird decided to run out, and usually they fly away. This one didn't. And I had to make a decision. Do I slam my brakes on? Or do I just keep on going? And I made the decision to keep on going with the hope that the bird would move out of the way, and well, it didn't. And I'm very sad about that actually, because I like birds, but I had to think, what do I do? Do I risk causing an accident with me and the other person and whoever else, or do I just keep going and hope the bird gets away? And unfortunately the bird didn't get away, so it's a bit of a sad day really, but let's move on. In loving memory of William Slater, the dearly beloved husband of Dora Remain, who died the 19th of March, aged 63. To live in the hearts of those we love is not to die. Also, Dora Remain, she died April 20th, 1954. Now, this is a new grave for me. But I had to film it, everyone, because it's absolutely beautiful. Look at the workmanship on it. Now that is a beautiful grave. It's beautiful. Let's make our way through the graves. You know, the weather is warm with like a tinge of cold to it, if you know what I mean. Like the sun's really warm, but the cold wind. And I've got a coat on, you know, like one of those, if you took your coat off, you'd be absolutely fleeing, but then you're too hot with it on. It's one of those, everybody. This is the grave of Arthur, the dearly beloved husband of Betty Newbold. He died on the 25th. There's a fellow coming with some shorts on. 25th of December. Oh, Christmas Day, 1913. Also Betty, his beloved wife, she died 4th of Feb, 1927. Christmas Day. Every Christmas would have been ruined from that point onward, wouldn't it? Now, this is the grave I've been looking at since I walked in. W.E. William Evans. William, the dearly beloved husband of Anne Evans, died December 25th, 1909, aged 79. His end was peace. Also, Anne Evans, his wife, she died in 1912 on the February the 3rd. Look at that, everybody. Isn't that fabulous? Look how beautiful that writing is. Is it embossed or is it? I think it's lead. Albert, the dearly beloved husband of Eliza, he died August 25th, 1932. We have an inscription on the back. That's from 1967, we won't focus on that. Yeah, we will do, why not? And look, it's got the name on the back, Evans. And then that's got A. Evans, Albert and Eliza Evans. May the beloved daughter. Okay, everybody, we're going to make our way down now to find Davy Jones. But I just saw this. This is the Belleview War Memorial. Looks like it's had something removed from the front of it. But these people were killed in action. Died from effects of war, Sergeant Robert Hawthorne, 1922. Interred here. I think the rest were killed in action. Davy's grave, I believe, is down in this section here. So we're going to make our way down. And then we'll have a scoot around, see if we can find it. I think I've got a feeling it's going to be on sort of like the outer edge of the cemetery. Everybody, I've just seen it. Can you see it? There's a big giveaway on it. I've not even walked up to it yet. Can't even see it, but I know that that's it. Oh, interred elsewhere. Maybe he's in America then. In loving memory of Mr. David Thomas Jones. That's him. 1945 till 2012, the Manchester cowboy gone to ride the ocean waves, interred elsewhere. Loved and missed forever by family and friends. I think this is the most modern grave marker I've ever featured on the channel. Amongst that, I did the Gypsy King as well, but that's definitely him, everybody, look. So everybody, this is his grave marker. He was actually cremated in Florida and the ashes were brought here to Gorton Cemetery, and it says that the ashes were placed on the grave of his parents. Now, there's no mention on this grave at all of any parents, but if you look, I'm wondering if this is their grave because it's got the old marker there. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I can't see any Jones around here, and I don't see why they would necessarily put him somewhere else. It doesn't make sense. But then I don't understand why the family haven't mentioned the family, you know, the parents. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're at this side. Maybe they're there unmarked, or everybody. I think these are the poor graves. These types of graves, I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. These types of graves were put in place by the poorhouses. So you know, like the workhouses and stuff, when people went in. And the poor graves, this is, you know, people will get a mention on here. Let's have a look at a few of them, everybody. We've got Arthur Young. I was only 16 when he went in. John Longfield died February 16th, 1909, aged 79 years. Got Charlotte Davis, she died aged 34 years in 1909. Look at that, they're all in date order. March, April, I know August. William Wrigley, he died August 26, 1908, he was 72 years old. And they go on, everybody, look at them all. There's rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of them. Look at them. We're actually looking for Pauline Reed's grave and Fufu Lamar's. Right, everyone, so we're going to find the grave of Pauline now. So Pauline was the first known victim of the Moors murderers, and basically she was a neighbour of Myra Hindley. This is off memory. She was a member of Myra Hindley, and one day Myra Hindley saw her walking down the street and said, "Oh, I've lost a glove on the moors, can you come and help me find it?" She got in the car with her and Brady, and unfortunately that was poor Pauline's end. But this is her grave. She died July the 12th. She died 12th of July 1963. She was 16 years old. I'm not going to touch the flowers. I think it says Thomas Reed. They died in 1995, and Joan, which I believe was Pauline's mother, she died May the 30th, 2000, aged 72. Fufu's round here, everybody. We're looking for grave 435. That's 393, 394. Here. Francis Joseph Pearson died 7th November 2003, aged 66. Fufu Lamar, everybody.